You're at school wearing 3 sweaters, your grandma's scarf, and a hat that looks like it was stolen from the Cold War. All because your mom said, bundle up or you'll catch a cold. But surprise, you're sweating like you just survived a Zumba class, and you still got sick. How does that even happen? Easy, cold doesn't cause colds, viruses do. But somehow, society collectively decided that the real enemy is the weather, not the guy who sneezed directly into your face on the bus. This is the kind of logic that leads us to do ridiculous things and call them smart. So if you've ever followed a tip just because everyone does it, buckle up. Because today we're destroying some classic common sense that's actually dangerously dumb. 1. Bundle up or you'll get sick number. Cold doesn't make you sick. You know what does? Viruses. Those little creeps live in the air, on doorknobs, on your hands, on your subway card. The ironic part? Most people get sick because they're indoors with no ventilation, not because they went outside in the breeze. Sure, cold can stress your body and make your immune system a bit lazy. But if you're alone in a snowy forest, you're not catching anything. If you're sweating in a packed train full of coughing strangers, yeah, good luck with your magical scarf. So yeah, wear a jacket if you're cold, not because you're scared of the sniffles. 2. If someone hits you, hit back. Ah yes, the classic advice from your aggressive uncle. Sounds empowering, heroic even, but in real life, it's usually the perfect recipe to get suspended, arrested, or lose a tooth. Picture this, you're at school, someone shoves you in the hallway. Blood boils, everyone's watching. Your brain pulls up that line you were told. Don't let them win. Hit back, so you do. 3 seconds later, you're in the principal's office. You're suspended, your parents get called. Maybe the other kid gets in trouble too. But now, you're part of the mess. This kind of wisdom teaches us that defending yourself means attacking back. But that's not always self-defense. Sometimes it's just the fastest way to turn a small problem into a full-on disaster. Yes, sometimes you need to stand your ground. But hitting someone out of pride, reflex, or macho revenge mode, that's not bravery. That's letting your body act before your brain gets a vote. Real strength is often in what you choose not to do. 3. Sweating burns fat. You're at the gym. Next to you, someone's wearing a hoodie, a thermal waist belt, a beanie, and looks ready to run a marathon in the Sahara. Finish drenched in sweat and proudly say, ugh, I lost like 2 kilos. And yeah, they did, of water. As soon as they drink something, their progress disappears. Sweat isn't fat crying. It's just your body dumping salt water to cool you down. You can sweat watching a horror movie or eating spicy ramen. Doesn't mean you're getting ripped, but the myth sticks because sweat is visible. You can feel it. We associate sweat with effort and effort with results. And of course, companies use that to sell you slimming suits, detox saunas, fat-burning creams, miracle gels. Meanwhile, you're out here sweating like a sponge in a microwave, and your metabolism is chilling like nothing's changed. Want to burn fat? Move. Train consistently. Eat well. Want to dehydrate and fool yourself? Sweat without moving. Your call. If this video is making you question everything your grandma told you, good. That means it's working. Subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on the bell if you want to keep discovering how your body, brain, and instincts really work, even when they seem to be fighting each other. 4. The cleaner, the better. Clean is good. Obsessively clean, not so much. We live in a time where sanitized sounds safer than natural, and anything that doesn't smell like synthetic lavender gets labeled dirty. But here's an uncomfortable truth. Your body needs germs. Your skin, your gut, your lungs, they're packed with microorganisms that keep everything running smoothly. They're called microbiota. And no, they're not the enemy. They're your silent allies. They help you digest food, keep your skin healthy, and strengthen your immune system. But if you've got hand sanitizer on every finger and you clean your house like it's about to be inspected by NASA, you're killing the good guys too. Common sense says sparkling clean equals healthy. But that shine might be hiding a microscopic mess. Even worse, obsessive cleaning can become anxiety in disguise. People who can't relax if there's a speck of dust, who wash their hands every 5 minutes, not for hygiene, but out of fear. And the most ironic part, the more they clean, the more they get sick. Dirt isn't always the problem, sometimes it's part of the balance. So before you attack with bleach, ask yourself, am I cleaning to live better, or to control what I can't control? 5. Don't overthink it. Follow your heart. The star line of every romantic movie. The kind of advice people throw around like motivational confetti every time someone hesitates on a big decision. And yeah, it has its charm. Some choices do come from the gut. But the problem shows up when we confuse follow your heart with act on impulse. Choosing between 2 ice cream flavors? Sure. Follow your heart. Moving to another country with someone you met last month and feel is your soulmate? Maybe pause and think that one through. The heart is a terrible financial advisor, a horrible strategist, and an emotional GPS that reroutes itself every 3 hours. Because what feels so right today might feel like your worst mistake ever tomorrow. That don't overthink it advice. Sometimes it comes from people who are afraid that if you do think it through, you'll realize their idea makes no sense. So emotions become a shortcut to avoid responsibility. But thinking isn't the enemy. Doubt isn't failure. In fact, if something matters to you, it deserves reflection, not knee-jerk decisions. Following your heart can lead to beautiful moments, but it can also lead to a mortgage you can't afford, a toxic marriage, or a job you'll hate in 2 weeks. Balance, heart and brain, like a good playlist, emotion with lyrics, not just rhythm. 6. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. This phrase gets repeated so often it feels like a biological law. As if your body comes with an internal alarm that screams, if you don't eat at 8 a.m., you'll die in 3 days. But let's break it down. Where did this idea come from? Not from medicine, not from evolution, not from ancient Egyptian doctors. It came from a marketing campaign. Yup. That line was made famous by companies selling processed cereal. The more people believed breakfast was essential, the more boxes they sold, and the strategy worked so well that we still parrot it today without question. The truth is, not every body works the same. Some people wake up hungry and full of energy. Others don't want to see food until 11 a.m. And that's okay. It's normal. In fact, modern studies on intermittent fasting and circadian rhythm have shown that many people do better skipping or delaying breakfast. Results? Better focus, less inflammation, more stable blood sugar levels. But of course, saying that is practically blasphemy because common sense screams, how can you leave the house without breakfast? You'll faint. Spoiler, no you won't. You'll just feel different. And if you actually listen to your body, not your grandma or the cornflake commercial, you'll know what it really needs. So next time you skip breakfast, don't feel guilty. You're not being irresponsible. You're just deprogramming an industrial myth. Which of these smart tips did you grow up hearing, only to realize later it was total nonsense? Drop it in the comments. And if you want to keep learning how your body, your brain, and all the absurd stuff culture fed us actually work, subscribe, hit that like, and turn on the bell. See you in the next video.